Hi everyone.
Hi
everyone.
everyone.
Okay, want
Hello.
to want to introduce myself. My
Hello,
name is
hello.
Reinaldo. I'm going to be the co-host with the Michael Khoo from Malaysia, but lives in
No,
Australia.
I'm just having holiday, very long holiday in Australia.
Okay, so let me know where are you come from at the on the YouTube chat. Let me know where are you come from. And there will be around 10-second delay between our live on the backstage with the YouTube. Okay, from Alex from Los Angeles, and why is it like this? We are live, right?
Yes,
Test.
we are live, Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like the
There
show
is a
like this.
delay. That's a
Okay.
delay. That's a delay.
So Sophia and everybody not engaging. You don't have any keyboard or something. Okay, Thomas from Denmark, Teddy from Mexico. Okay, so uh, Evan is my business partner in 2G Studio, is also definitely from Bali, and Andrew from South Africa. So thank you everyone for coming. And Michael, who is going to be the first speaker in this event?
I think I think this is the third year we're doing this, right? So previously we have like done like Malaysia and Indonesia. So this year I think we just want to expand more, like because Southeast Asia is not like a country, it's a region. There's like 11 countries. So I think this time around we're just trying to do our best to fly around different countries. And I think first stop we were landing in Singapore, where
Okay,
we're gonna introduce to you, this bright and emerging ArchViz studio founded by these two young and very energetic sisters. We'll
thank
first
you.
show you showreel and then followed by a presentation by them. So everyone,
Okay, so
here we have a
uh,
plum by Sarah and Emily.
oh wait, not yet.
Wait, wait, wait,
We
wait.
screw up the schedule. It should be the showreel intro for the region. So Chaos Group, can you please play the showreel for the show 7? Thank you very much. And
We're
all
back.
right, we go back
Ronaldo,
live
I
after the.
have to say, Ronaldo, you're very
What?
cute when you're nervous. Why are you extra nervous today? Okay, back to our schedule now. So
Okay.
we're gonna introduce you a film by Emily and Sarah from Singapore. Teddy, can you play the showreel? And then there's a short presentation followed.
Hi everyone! Today we will be sharing with you our journey as a small studio and how responding to the ever-evolving ArchViz landscape has helped to shape the studio's identity. To start off, we are APLOMB, a Singapore-based studio doing architectural visualization. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily.
And we'll both be doing the sharing together today. And as the founder of the studio, I'm gonna kick off with a short introduction about myself. My interest in ArchViz began pretty early on as an archi student. And even back then in school, when everyone was building and presenting physical models, I would choose to present my projects as 3D computer graphics. After archi school, I started working as an ArchViz artist. And in the last 17 years, I've worked in various architecture and production studios. From artist to team lead, and now as a studio owner. A significant turning point of my career came on a holiday trip to Melbourne. I chanced upon a huge construction hoarding in downtown CBD, and the quality of the ArchViz renders on it blew me away. That was when I decided to move to Melbourne to work and broaden my horizons. APLOMB was set up upon my return to Singapore. I'm very happy to be able to continue doing what I love today, and I run the studio with Emily. We both share a background in architecture and a passion in ArchViz.
Hi, I'm Emily. As Sarah mentioned, I have a background in architecture and was an archi designer for a few years before joining the ArchViz industry 8 years ago. I'm a huge fan of pop culture, Japanese anime and manga, and the works of artists like Kazuhiro Otomo and Naoki Urasawa has always inspired me to create art that tells a good story. I joined Cera in 2019, just a few months before COVID happened. Unfortunately, Singapore is a resilient country, so it didn't take us too long before we hit the ground running again. And we've been running the studio together since. So, where is Singapore? That's the world map. And if you zoom right into Asia, that's us. The tiny little red dot at the end of the Malaysian peninsula. And it takes less than an hour to drive from one end of the country to the other. Although small in size, Singapore is a prosperous country with strong commercial ties with other nations. And so, the projects we do in APLOMB are pretty diverse in location as well. Sarah will bring us through some of the works we've done in the past.
These are some of the work we've done in Singapore and around the region. We shall start off with the local ones. Here are some competition renders for the Hakka Association in Singapore. The architectural design is pretty unique and pays homage to the traditional Hakka dwelling. The next few ones are our local house projects. We also do marketing images, and these ones are for a commercial office interior. Now moving on to regional projects. Here is a retail development in Xi'an, China. The next few renders are of our hospitality projects. This is a hotel in Shanghai. This one is in Phnom Penh. And these are vignettes we did of a condotel in Halong Bay. We are a small and young studio, and we've only been around for 4 years. Events over the last few years and the ever-evolving conditions of our industry has led us to often reflect on how we grow our business. Now, the typical way to grow a business would often be physical expansion. That means you hire more people so that you can take on more and bigger jobs. The uncertainties in the last few years, however, has made us realize that it is important to plan our expansion in a sustainable way so that our business is resilient in the long run. Therefore, staying as a small studio for now definitely has its benefits. For one, we can incur less overheads and running costs. And we can also pivot quickly when the market changes, because there is simply less infrastructure to cut through. And that's why at APLOMB, we decided to focus on how we can add value to clients, and in so doing hopefully get more and better jobs from them, and also build a strong team that is always learning and improving their craft and art. With those goals in mind, we've identified 2 key principles to focus on in our business. They guide the way we run our projects, the culture of the team, and even the clients we work with and the people we hire. These 2 principles shape the identity for APLOMB. We coined it Collaborate and Art and Architecture. Collaborate is essentially what we do with our clients, and Art and Architecture is what we do within the team. So what is Collaborate? Basically, it means to adopt a collaborative approach when we work on projects. We are a two-way street with clients, and we are proactive in contributing ideas to the process. We also make sure that we fully understand the design brief, and we adapt processes to their needs. Now in the next few slides, I'm going to show you a project where we engage this collaborative approach. We were asked by an architecture team to create a set of images as the brief for an open bid exercise for the future home of table tennis. This client is a studio we've worked with on many projects. We've always enjoyed working with them because there's a mutual respect in the work we do. And for us, the interesting thing about this project was that it could be anywhere in the world. There was no site info or context to start with, and so we worked with the Archi team to imagine a location and also test different moods to see how we can best express their design vision. We were simply given a SketchUp model of the building design, some angle directions and some reference images. And these are some of the final deliverables we came up with. My team and I had a lot of fun collaborating with the architecture team to come up with the context and the entourage. This is one with a Sunday morning vibe, where families are out and about, enjoying the good weather and exploring the parks. They could watch athletes train and even engage in a game with their friends. And then in the evening, they could hang out with beer and snacks and watch the table tennis championships on the big screens. This project was a successful example of a collaborative approach. Our client and their client were very happy with the results. Everyone enjoyed the process, and the wonderful camaraderie we shared with the Archi team still continues on today. Now back to the 2 guiding principles we talked about. The second principle we adopt, which in turn shapes the identity for us, is art and architecture. Emily will share more about this aspect.
So, what is art and architecture? Basically, it means to improve our artistry by allowing space for the team to explore new ideas. This encourages a team culture where we find inspiration and joy through various art forms. And why do we think this is important for the team? Because advancement in technology will always level out playing fields for creatives. Faster machines, better lighting plugins, and even AI-generated images. And for our industry, that means it will continue to get easier to produce renders. But the thing that differentiates a good render from a mediocre one will always be artistry. Therefore, it's important for us to keep improving our artistry. So, how do we do that in APLOMB? Well, the good thing about a small studio is that it's easier to form closer relationships. We chat often and share works that we like with one another. While there are many, here are some of the art that my team and I enjoy. They include classical art, cinema, manga, and contemporary art. And here's the fun stuff. Every year, the team and I create New Year cards for our clients. And last year's New Year cards was inspired by Dune. It was a movie that got all of us into the rabbit hole of the Dune universe. And this piece was also inspired by Korean artist Namjoon Paik, who's the father of video art. We attended his exhibition here in Singapore last year and was intrigued by the visual art movement he pioneered. So this artwork was a combination of these references. And the year before was the year of the pandemic. We wanted to create something that encompasses our hope and confidence for the new year. Although you see dark clothes shops and people wearing masks in this image, you also get a sense of people coming out of it and restarting social activities. And that year, one of our teammates spent a lot of time playing Final Fantasy VII, and that explains the cyberpunk New Tokyo vibe. Although these New Year cards are non-commissioned works, we've always taken it as an opportunity for the team to explore more creative ideas that we won't typically do for commissioned works.
These two principles we shared today has helped APLOMB to navigate and guide our journey as a small studio. So far, we've been hearing positive feedback from our clients, and all these have motivated us to do even better work. While this might have worked for us, we recognize that everyone's journey is different. And with that, we would like to conclude today's presentation with a painting by the Dutch master Jan Steen. His paintings often depict scenes of family dysfunction, but with moral overtones. And what intrigues me particularly about this painting is that, in a typical comic touch, the artist has painted himself in as a laughing drunkard. And when I saw this, it struck me that in the serious pursuit of what is obviously good work here, the artist found a way to have fun at the same time. And I realized that this is exactly what I would like myself and the APLOMB to be.
You mean drunkards?
Hopefully not. But while doing good work, let's not forget to have fun along the way. With that, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
I just want to say, like, it's a very interesting approach. How you guys are doing. One question: is it like when you guys mentioned about this art and architecture thing that you guys do in the office, right? Is it like during work hours, or like is it like outside of work hours?
I'll take this question. For the New Year's card is definitely within work hours because we respect that outside of work hours, our staff will want to go and do something else, and it can be ArchViz or CG related. So we actually give them time towards the end of the year to work on this.
It's really good. So there's some fun within like the fun ArchViz environment. Like sometimes it's not just about work. Like
It's something that we put aside time for every year. It's very important to us, this New Year cards. It's for us to just create anything out of the box.
And something I think we look forward to as well. So before that, we'll have like discussions on, like we'll ask them, so is there anything that you want to show to us? Is there anything that you were inspired by? And then we all have a group discussion to discuss which idea to implement and whether we can actually infuse everyone's idea into the card. And then it's something that I'll send out to all my clients on like the first or second day of the following year. And it's something that I always look forward to doing because it kind of caps the year and encompasses our hope for the new year to come as well. So yeah, something we enjoy doing and look forward to.
So do you guys also like host or have plans like like within the company, like host like internal competitions and stuff like that? Like because I've seen a lot of like studios that are doing that also like from time to time when like they have like less job But I believe like in Singapore it's different, right? You guys always swam with work.
Michael,
Yeah,
Michael,
that's right.
I need you to have more energy, Michael.
What?
Spring.
Sorry, I'm just very chill here. Like I don't have space to stand.
I think he wants
I
you
don't
to go and
want to
do a few push-ups first before commencing again. Just get the blood flowing.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you guys like also like do like internal competitions and stuff like that, fun stuff? Because you guys sound like a very like innovative like studio, like young, and then like taking in like different approach and stuff like that to run the company. Just thought like
That's a good question. Maybe we'll have some in
We
the
hope
near
we have
future.
some downtime
Yeah.
to
You like that?
there's no downtime in Singapore, right? Okay, what's the work condition like in Singapore? Is it like always hectic or?
I think we are always quite swamped, but I think as a studio owner and Emily as a team lead as well, we always try to pace it out for our team. Like I always find that yes, you can be swamped as a studio. There's a lot of things to do, but it's always up to the leaders to try to pace it out for the team. And so I would say that our work hours are pretty okay. I hope we try to work the normal 9 to 6, and of course, if there are deadline, time sensitive things to do, we work on weekends. So but we do compensate our staff by like maybe giving them another day off during the week so that everyone gets to rest up and keep the creativity. Because when you're tired, you can't create,
Exactly.
So that's something that we always try to implement here. It's not
That's
as
really good.
easy as it sounds because there's always like clients' expectations, right? But I do take it upon myself to try to manage that at the client side.
Right. Oh, that's an interesting question here. I think from the people, the viewers, is it difficult to work side by side with your family? As in your sister?
That's a very good question.
Do you guys argue often?
Yeah, we were just talking about it a few days ago about like how we work with one another. I think what really helps was knowing each other for so long already. Like we basically spent 20 plus years in the same household. So that it really isn't much that we need to figure out about each other. So baselines and all, we know there are certain things that we don't go towards. Yeah. So Sarah, what do you think?
Basically, I mean, we've discussed this a lot. There will always be disagreements over issues, but we always kind of iron it out pretty quickly because, like what Emily mentioned, we already did all the getting used to each other, knowing each other's character traits through growing up together. We grew up together in a close-knit family, and so that was already sorted out. So at work, we always try to just be professional, just be as professional as possible. At the end of the day, I think it really helps that you know that each other, we just have the best intentions for ourselves, for each other, and for the company. So I'll say that it has been we've been lucky, we've been pretty smooth sailing, I'll say.
That's good. That's a very good thing because normally like
sometimes there will be conflicts and all that, right? We're pretty chill people. We like to talk it out, so that helps. We don't like just keep it within ourselves, and when feelings boil over, that's always not a good thing. So being communicative helps as well.
It's also another
So
question.
I have another question for you about working with your sister. Like, are you ever think that Emily is your baby sister, and then she need to obey all of your decision or of all the other things that you want her to do? Because that's what happened with me when I'm working with my brother, like 10 years ago. Yeah.
But that's like 10 years ago. I think the generation has changed. We are all like
Yes.
very professional at work, right?
I'm like the contrarian little sister. I'm stubborn. So sometimes it does really, we need to talk things out and stuff. Yeah.
But you guys
There's
mentioned you guys are
disagreement.
doing two different had two different like skill sets. So I think that's really good because that will avoid a lot of that, and it's like most time it's like just complementing each other's skill sets, right?
Yeah.
I think
Really
you're
help
right.
to just give each other space to create. And I mean, we value our own freedom quite a lot, creative freedom. So both of us are on the same page of just giving each other space to explore. So that really helps.
And then also
Emily,
having
do you ever feel intimidated by your sister?
Intimidated, more or less, definitely. But there's so much to learn. I mean, she honed her skills in Australia, and it really helps to um just be more open minded and learn just improve my skills.
Mm.
mm,
There's another question here from the viewer. What skill do you think is most important for an ArchViz professional? Are you looking to add more artists to the team? Are you guys still hiring? But this is not from me. This is not from me. And my boss is not watching, so who knows?
I'll take this question, Emily.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
First part of the question: what skill is the most important? Hmm. I would say that on top of technical skills, because technical skills can always be picked up, right? I would say an innate appreciation of details and and art is something that we always look for in our potential candidates. And this art that we talk about is not just limited to traditional art forms like fine arts or photography. It could also be like what we mentioned, like people who like manga, who like cinema. And I always find that you can find a lot of inspiration from the things we watch on, say, Netflix or other dramas, pacing, cinematography, and so on. So an appreciation of these things is something that we always look for in our ArchViz artists, and I think that is something important to possess on top of technical skills. Are we looking to add more artists to the team? I think right now we are pretty happy with the size that we are at. It's a comfortable size for us, but in future, definitely expand maybe another 3 more. I'll say that will be an optimum size for us. We're not looking to grow big. Like I said, it's a size that we're comfortable with, and we're happy to be able to enjoy what we do here together with that size. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, quality over quantity. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
right.
also indirect rejection.
No, always we always open to
Right
new
into
candidates.
us.
Just writing to us. Who knows, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
But
So
Michael, you
inquire
get a
about.
straight pass to our office, of course.
Oh,
Oh yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
honored.
Please let us know if you come
They
to
sponsor
Singapore.
like PR. Sorry, I'm
Not
just
hard,
looking
not
at
hard.
too. Yeah. Do you have any more questions?
Reinaldo, I think you have some questions in your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Already have.
Yeah, come
I mean, like,
on.
I'm more on the physiology kind of guy. Like, I, like I was very intimidated when I worked with my brother, my big brother, and that is why I'm trying to focus on the Emily. Like, I mean, like, I know, like, uh, I think there's a similarity between Sarah and you, and then me and my big brother, because my big brother is very, uh, it's pretty much like Sarah. Like, she know exactly what she want, right? Can
Mm.
direct APLOMB to, can be very 100% sure this is the right way. And at some point, those kind of things really intimidate us as a baby brother or baby sister. And how you cope with that? I mean, like, how you can accept
Mm.
that, because at some point people want to be acknowledged as well, want
Yeah.
to be heard.
Mm. Well, um, I think at the very least, Sarah and I, we are very close ever since growing up. So the
Hmm.
kind of artistic direction that we have, it didn't take us too long to figure things out, to figure out where we are going. So we've always been on, I mean, I try to be, sorry, as in both of us, just we are always on the same page on like artistic direction, how we're gonna work things out. So it really didn't take us too long to figure that out.
I think, I mean, this is a question for Emily, so maybe I shouldn't jump in. But I think for me, I'm not a very, I'll say, I'm not a character like you say, Ronaldo. I'm somebody who is very open to new ideas. Um, I hope Emily agrees with that. And the thing
Definitely.
is, yeah, and the thing is, she's actually a more feisty character than I am. Like people who know me will know that I'm really quiet. I'm really quite chill, and then I'm not opinionated, whereas Emily, she's actually somebody, she might not look that way, but she's somebody who she's really good at putting forth her own opinions, and because we grew up together and I know that she's always like that, I will always want to hear what she has to say. And because we are so different, there's actually a 7 year gap between us. It's pretty big. So I know that she of a generation that is very different from mine. And so it's always interesting to hear her viewpoints and see how it differs from mine. And we try to come to a middle ground on it. So yeah, that's something that I want to bring across. That might be a bit different from the dynamics of you, Ronaldo, and your brother. How much is the age gap between you guys?
Me and my big brother like 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think for us, because there's such a huge age gap, I know we will be very different
Mm.
right from the get-go. So I will try to get her opinions on things because it is gonna be very different.
Yeah, there's a mutual respect for like what each other can bring to the table, and that really helps.
Okay, that's I mean that's great that both of you can be mind with respecting each other, especially in the business, because it's actually also between me and Evan is we have like 6 years difference, but as long as about work, about job, about the company, our main thing is the company, the growth of the company, and like
Exactly.
yeah, and right now, as you know, Evan is the CEO of the 2G studio, so I have no power at in this studio actually. So 100% is all about it's Evan decision, and that's actually something that teach me to stand back, to back off a little bit, to give him room, because without giving him any room, uh, he will have a lot of difficulties to step up his game, because I know that he got a big potential to bring this 2G studio go bigger and bigger.
Hmm.
Mm.
So I think respect is the key, right?
Yeah, so giving
Mm.
space to each other to do their
Yeah,
own thing and grow, right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
my main job in 2G studio is accepting the money and do all the expense.
Emily, I hope one day I can do that too.
That's what
I'll
you're good
just
at,
handle the
Reinaldo.
money. I'll just count the money. And then
Yeah, I'm not good in
you
math,
can
so
guide the
by all
studio.
means,
Yeah, so we have complementary skill sets here.
we do.
That's really good.
Well, definitely we love to meet you in Singapore.
Yes, please
And
come.
yeah,
Or
I
if you're
think
ever coming back to Australia, for a visit to,
yeah,
your
Evan
ex-boss or
will
something
will
like that.
visit.
Yeah, please come.
We met you both on November, and I think I'm going to go as well.
Oh, you are?
Yes, let us
Yeah,
Okay, we got
yeah,
to
know.
lay out the carpet for you, man.
yeah. Chili crab. Chili crab
Chili
is
crab.
all
Chili
what I need.
crab,
You know what? I
all the
think I'll
good
bring you
food
to
here.
black pepper crab instead. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
awesome. Black pepper crab.
and in the morning I need the yakun kaya toast.
Oh, sounds good,
Our
man.
favorite. I just
This
had
is
it
what,
this
yeah,
morning.
this is what Emily just had this morning.
Oh, you guys are making me miss home so much. Can we just move on to the next country? I don't
Oh,
want to
yes.
see Malaysia or Singapore anymore.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Uh,
Okay,
so
thank you very much for your time,
Thank you,
thank you
Sarah,
so
guys.
much.
Emily,
It was
and
very
We'll still
informative,
be
very nice
we'll
to
still be
speak.
here. We'll still be
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
okay,
definitely.
Hmm.
great. And what's
Um,
next,
I
Michael?
think I think before we move on to the next speaker, our friend Dexter from 4 Pixels, one of the speakers from last year, from 24 Hours of Chaos last year. I think he made an effort to gather and compile a series of inspiring stories from many talented individuals and studios from Vietnam this time around. So I believe that we definitely came across some of their works over the years online, but this is the moment where we can actually hear from some of them. So
Okay.
yeah, Teddy.
Hello, xin chào mọi người. Mình tên là Tiến và hiện tại công việc mình đang làm là về giảng dạy. Và mình đang công tác tại Focus Academy, một trung tâm diễn họa được cấp chứng chỉ quốc tế. Và bọn mình có base được đặt ở Hồ Chí Minh, Việt Nam. Mà sắp tới bọn mình sẽ có thêm một chi nhánh ở Singapore. Nên mong là thời gian gần đây mình sẽ có dịp được giao lưu với mọi người ở một môi trường mới hơn. Và bên cạnh đó thì mình còn đang đảm nhiệm về vai trò là Art Director cho Focus Studio. Thank 24-hour chaos for having me today. Ok, xin chào và hẹn gặp lại mọi người.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người đang theo dõi sự kiện 24 Hours of Chaos. Mình là Ngọc Đỗ, CEO của NIM. Mình sinh ra và lớn lên ở thành phố Đà Nẵng. Tốt nghiệp ngành kiến trúc Đại học Bách khoa Đà Nẵng. Tuy nhiên thì mình lại chọn trở thành một họa viên chuyên nghiệp thay vì kiến trúc sư. Mình thực sự rất là vinh dự khi mà một ngày mình lại có thể trở thành một trong những artist tiêu biểu của Việt Nam để có thể ở đây chia sẻ câu chuyện của bản thân mình. Vào năm 2 đại học ấy, mình bắt đầu học 3D Max. Cái ngày đầu tiên mà mình được học về vật liệu kim loại và nước. Thì sau buổi học hôm đó mình về mình thực hành và mình kiểu như là mình cảm giác như là mình thành công rồi ấy. Mình chuẩn bị apply vào làm ở Hollywood để làm phim luôn rồi. Ok, vậy là mình render ra để khẽ thằng bản thân mình hình một cái cục box nằm giữa một cái hồ nước. Kết quả nó nói ảo loi, trông giống như game hồi năm 99 vậy. Ok, mình khá là cay. Và rồi mình mới tự nhủ bản thân là một ngày nào đó mình sẽ vẽ ra những cái bức ảnh mà nó thì không thể biết được đó là ảnh chụp hay render. Chúc cho cộng đồng ArchViz của thế giới nói chung và Việt Nam nói riêng ngày càng phát triển. Xin chào tất cả mọi người nha.
Xin chào các bạn, mình là Nguyễn Ngọc Luận. Hiện tại thì mình đang sinh sống ở Lâm Đồng. Mình rất là vui khi được cùng với các anh em 3D của Việt Nam tham gia sự kiện Chào 24 giờ lần này. Tạo ra được những cái sản phẩm đẹp hơn thì các bạn cần phải đầu tư về các vấn đề liên quan đến nghệ thuật, các yếu tố về thị giác, ví dụ như là bố cục, setup ánh sáng hay là màu sắc để cho cái tác phẩm nó mang một cái tính nghệ thuật hơn. Để làm được điều này thì nó cũng khá đơn giản thôi. Các bạn có thể là xem nhiều hình ảnh này, hay là đi chụp ảnh, xem phim thì mình để ý các cái góc máy của nó, hay là cái cách người ta dùng màu sắc, ánh sáng để kể những cái câu chuyện. Thì sau khi các bạn có những cái phần liên quan đến nghệ thuật rồi thì các bạn cần phải đầu tư một cái nữa, đó là lên ý tưởng, và từ đó thì mình phát triển lên, đặt ánh sáng, làm vật liệu cũng như là render final. hy vọng là các bạn sẽ có nhiều các cái sản phẩm để mang đến cho các anh em nghệ sĩ khác trong nước cũng như là quốc tế.
Okay, that is very, very impressive work. And what is the Vietnamese artist anyway? Type number 1 on the chat if you are a Vietnamese artist. And where's Dexter?
I'm just speechless watching it.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful work and very
even this compilation itself, it's like the sound, the music, just everything is just on point. So professionally done.
Yeah, I can see that. I can imagine that Dexter doing this DJ things while playing the video, creating the video. But anyway, that is a very amazing and work and lots of talented artists, as we know in Vietnam. And somehow I don't know why I'm still in Indonesia right now. I should move to Vietnam, I guess. I need to learn more to my master, Dexter, and somehow he is not here. But anyway, thank you very much for the opportunity to show the Vietnamese reel. And now I'm going to introduce you to the second speaker, which is Andrew Suryadi from Dapur Animasi, and we can play the video, the showreel video from the Dapur Animasi. Chaos team. Okay, thank you for the reel from Dapur Animasi. Where's Indonesian artists? Type number 1 if you're Indonesian, please. And again, it's 10-second delay is a bit annoying. But anyway, Thank you very much for Pa Andrew to be here, and let's see the presentation from Pa Andrew from Dapur Animasi.
Hi, my name is Andrew Suryadi, CEO and co-founder of Dapur Animasi, an online platform education of 3D animation, design and creative in Indonesia. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for the honor of having me as one of the speakers for this Chaos Group event. A big thank you for Mr. Reinaldo Handaya from 2G Academy, who already invites me to this event as one of the speakers. In this presentation, I want to share with you how I start my journey from a 3D artist to become a business owner in education field with all its ups and downs. Chapter 1: The Beginning and Professional Career. In 2004, I started my journey to learn about 3D animation. I took some courses, a short and an intensive course on how to create 3D animation. It was a very exciting experience to learn on how to create something out of nothing digitally. Since that moment, I determined to dig deeper on how to make a career in 3D animation industry. Start from 2006, I started to work professionally in an animation company in Jakarta as a 3D generalist and animator. In 2008, I went to work in Singapore as a 3D exhibition designer until 2011. In 2012, I started to work as a freelance, mainly as a freelance matte painting artist. I did matte painting backgrounds for short animation and several local TV commercials in Indonesia. After that, I started my teaching career as a lecturer in 3D animation major at SAE Institute from 2015 until 2018, and as a creative media lecturer at CCIT Universitas Indonesia from 2019 until now. Chapter 2: Build Education Business. Start from 2016, me and my friends Rangga Yudhoyono and Ben Asitompul, we became business partners to build an online learning platform for 3D animation and creative design in Indonesia that called Dapur Animasi. In Indonesia, Dapur means kitchen. It means the company is a place where we can mix animation recipe and produce something good out of it for many people as well as for the animation and creative industry. Yes, that's the main idea for Dapur Animasi. In 2017, we made our first public appearance in MNC World News since our first launching. These are some of the Dapur Animasi students' portfolio. We have classes for 3D modeling, environment matte painting, digital compositing, and basic 3D animation. Dapur Animasi has already produced students who now work in a big company or studio. Some of them are still continuing their study in Indonesia or overseas. To give more impact to many people in Indonesia, we collaborate with a learning platform called Ngebelajar Apa to contribute in government project called Prakerja in 2020 until 2021. Prakerja is a government initiative to help educate people build their professional career and encourage entrepreneurship with many new skills. In Prakerja, we have a chance to contribute with graphic design skill education to help many people improve in their professional career and in their entrepreneurship journey. And for 2022, we continue to expand our collaboration further to provide workshop and extracurricular for school and also develop video-based learning education products with our partner. We do this to expand our further support for many people who wants to learn about animation, design, and creative skill. Chapter 3: The Struggle from Artist to Become a Business Owner. As an artist, I don't really have a background and know how to run a company. So the struggle from how I start my journey as an artist to become a business owner is very real. In the next couple of slides, I'm going to share with you what are the struggles that I experienced along the way when I run this company as a business owner. The biggest challenge in transition from an artist to business owner is the mindset. From all by myself mindset to delegation to team mindset. From only developing personal portfolio to developing people and team. Followed by many things to learn, like leadership, management, cash flow and financial, legal and tax, product development, sales and marketing, etc. etc. These are the struggles that we have along the way, such as people come and go, and sometimes we didn't have a clear vision. There was a time we didn't have a permanent building as an office, and we struggled to find a solid marketing plan and strategy. From my experiences, it is good for an artist that wants to become a business owner to equip themselves with leadership capability, a good communication and networking skill, team building skill, basic finance and accountant, and also basic in branding, sales, and marketing. These are the factors that are very important in building a business. So now it's not only about build a portfolio, even though it is very important, but on how to grow together as a company and a team. So that's about it. A brief presentation on how I start my journey from an artist to become a business owner in an education field. Of course, the ups and downs are still there, and with those ups and downs, we are still learning and we're still growing. So hopefully you can find this useful. Thank you so much for watching. See you around and bye-bye.
That is a very, very impressive presentation, Pak Andrew. And where's Pak Andrew?
Yeah,
Hello, Pak Andrew.
hello.
Okay. Thank
Hello.
you very much for coming and to be one of the speaker for this event, especially from Indonesia. You makes us really proud. And I have a question for you straight away because I really love the highlight that you put on your presentation about what the artists need to be able to grow in this industry. And why do you think that is very important? And I want you to spread this to the audience because I've seen a lot of 3D artists just focusing on the technical side, but when it comes to selling their services, they don't want to learn. But yet they also, most of them is keep complaining that the client is always trying to push the price down, like always trying to squeeze the price as well. So why do you think that this like leadership, those kind of things really important?
Yeah, thank you, Pak Reinaldo. I'm sorry for the connection issue. I hope my voice is clear. Is my voice
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
voice is
your
clear.
voice is clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
Your picture is a bit
All right,
blurry,
thank
but
you,
that's
thank you.
fine.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so, yeah, I raised an issue about leadership because with the leadership of in the company, right? The company can go further. How far? Actually, how can grow? How far and big actually is depend on the leadership of the company actually. So yeah, I think as a business owner, or well, maybe not just a business owner but also as an artist, we need to increase the capability as a leader, maybe at least to lead ourselves. uh yeah, that's what I think actually, why I think bring up the leadership issue in the presentation.
And I can see that you also work with the government program, like
Yeah.
Prakarja, like Prakarja. So for everyone who don't know what is Prakarja, Prakarja is a government a program to give a free education for our people in Indonesia. So, it's not easy to get that Prakarja, to be in that Prakarja. So, and what moves you that you want to be in that part of the government program?
Yeah, actually, I got an opportunity from my friend who owned a company called Mobajar Apa. He approached me uh, to uh, to offer a chance opportunity to get involved in the government project. So yeah, I took the chance, the opportunity to involve into the project. It's such a privilege actually because with the program we can help a lot of people because in 2020, a lot of people in Indonesia got affected by the pandemic and cut from the work, right? And then we can have a chance to give them a new skill for them to learn. So they can have the opportunity to learn, and maybe, well, after they cut off from their work, they can build their own business, maybe. Yeah. So that's our goal actually.
Okay, and why you open the double animasi from the first place? Like, why you want to do it? Because like you can do animation, right? Like if you build studio like Infinite Studios, probably it's gonna be easier for you to get more money. But why you focus on the education instead?
Well, I think because me and my partner, we love to share, we love to teach, and we have a heart to help people, to educate them, to add value to their life. I think that's the main core that we have together, right? So that's why we want to start a company, education based. Well, now my partner have another company, studio based, but uh, from the first time we work together, we start from the education based company. Yeah, I think because we have the same heart and same vision.
I think we have the same vision and mission, and I believe that we can work together in the future, Pak Andrew, for Dapur Animasi and
Yeah,
Fuji Academy, right? Because
sure,
I
Pak
think,
Reinaldo. Such a privilege.
yeah. And what do you think about the opportunity in this uh, 3D industry, not just ArchViz, because you are not focusing on ArchViz, while I'm alone with Evan is focusing on in ArchViz. But
Mhm.
what is the future in this industry especially for Indonesian market? Is it
For
big? Like
Indonesia,
how big? If it's big, like how big?
I think it's very big, right? Because the a new generation always come, and then they always want to learn 3D, and then in the same time the opportunity industry in Indonesia also still growing. I think actually we're still young in the industry, in the
Yep.
creative animation industry, right? And we're still growing, and at the same time there's a lot of young people, young generation come, and then they want to learn about 3D. So I think the potential is quite huge in Indonesia. Yeah.
Okay, so probably uh, we can produce more 3D artists in animation and then ask Pak Anggarda to hire them from Infinite Framework.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, we need them.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you have any question, please type on the YouTube chat for Mr. Andrew, and Pak Andrew. I think I'm going to Jakarta next week, and probably
Oh,
we can meet in Jakarta.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Let me know. Let
because
me know.
I have,
Sure, for sure.
I need to uh, prepare a big event in Jakarta with
Oh, wow.
our
Okay.
clients. So I think it's a good thing that we can meet and talk about collaboration.
Already.
Okay. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
I'm
I'm waiting.
really fast. I'm really uh, like to have a collaboration. So I mean, like, I really like to take action really fast before
All
anybody
right.
else trying to approach you, especially Pak Anggarda. And one of the most interesting from your portfolio is actually the matte painting. So I mean,
Mm.
like, all I know about matte painting is only done for ArchViz. To be honest with you, it's like just for
Mhm.
2D. Can we do matte painting for 3D?
Of course.
It's a stupid question, I know.
Of course.
No, it's not a stupid question. Actually, we can for the background animation, right? And uh, I think we can see matte painting applied in TV commercial, like in 3D short film, movie, feature movie. A lot of matte painting used, and yeah, absolutely can use in 3D animation also as a background.
Okay, so because in if like when I watch the behind the scene of Hollywood film, like the background is actually
Mm.
they are doing it in 3D, right? It's like doing matte painting, those kind of thing. Is it also count as a matte painting?
Yes, as a matte painting. I think. Boleh. Actually, there's a lot of matte painting background in the movie. And when we cannot see, we cannot recognize that it's a matte painting. Actually, it's a success already.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
a success already. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really interested when I'm looking at the Mandalorian behind the scene. Like they just doing everything in one spot, like in one
Yeah,
room.
with the whole trade wrap
Yeah,
over. Yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy. And then,
everything is
yeah,
wrap over. And is it also matte painting or something on the
no, I think
post
that's like a
production?
revolutionary thing, right? Like a new technique. Like previously is a lot of composing pre-com, and then this one is like additioning to it. I think that one helps the actors to visualize better because before there is always green screen and then you have matte painting over. Now you have the entire matte painting behind, and then it's more
Michael,
immersive.
I think you should not be in Australia. You should come back home to Malaysia
Why?
and produce more talented 3D artists like you.
Oh my god. Too big of a mission. I'm not as great as you
Yeah,
guys. Like that for
the way
animation. Oh, it's a very big
the
mission.
way I'm looking at, like
No, no,
you
no.
actually a diamond for your country. That is why you need to
Whoa.
be back. Right? Start number one if you are really, really agree with my opinion. that
Number one.
Michael needs to come
No,
back
no,
to
no, no,
Malaysia.
no. It's not about me. It's about Dapo Animasi. Oh, wait. Tom, you mentioned I think you had a question you want to ask?
Yeah,
Andrew?
on the technical side, as a newbie, I wanted to ask what were the typical software used in your field? For example, the showreel matte painting that you show.
Yeah. What is what is the tips for matte
Typical
painting?
software. What
Typical
were the
software.
typical software used? Yeah.
Well, first thing first, Photoshop.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can combine it with another 3D software like Maya or 3D Max. Well, I use Maya, right? And then we can composite it later. Well, uh, the very basic form is we can composite it in After Effects, and for the more advanced, we can composite it in Nuke.
Yeah.
Nuke, yeah.
But Andrew, you need to teach me about Nuke.
Oh, I don't know
I
about
know
Nuke actually.
nothing
No, no,
about
no.
Nuke.
Oh yeah, I only use After Effects. That's yeah, I only use After Effects.
What I only knew is how to let the client know when they need to pay me and send me the money to
That's
the
all right.
my
That's
bank.
good enough. Enough to like house everyone to work, continue working, keep the production going, the money. That's enough. Let me take the technical part. Can I learn?
Sure. Okay, so thank you very much, Pak Andrew, and definitely,
Thank you
hopefully
so much
next
for the
week we can meet
opportunity.
in Jakarta and give round applause to Pak Andrew.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
what's
so much.
next,
Thank you.
Michael?
Oh, I'm starting to get very tired, but I'm very, very excited. But I'm flying around different countries. Yeah. So next up, I think we're flying to Philippines, right? To Philippines. Here, I think we have the ArchViz Industries. I wouldn't say it's like a price, like it's real, like it's the next rising star. A very, very interesting guy, right? To be honest, I met him and chat with him a year ago, and I was so happy that he's here with us now. Without further ado, I think we have Rustom Tamayo sharing us his awe-inspiring journey. So, Teddy, you can play the video.
Yeah, we can play the showreel first.
So hi guys, I'm Rustom Tamayo. So I'm a newly licensed architect and a registered master planner. So after I graduated way back in 2018, in order for me to be qualified and eligible to take the licensure examination for the architects, I had to undergo 2 years diversified architectural experience. So for almost 2 years, I worked as a junior architect in an architectural field. So I was involved in different design development stages of different projects that varies from different scope. So I was supposed to take the licensure examination in 2020, but because of the pandemic, it has been postponed for so many times. And in my second job, I work again as a junior architect for almost 5 months. And that's when I realized I decided to do what I believe I love, and that's architectural visualization. So every day, every night, I watch a lot of webinars and talks that is usually about the business side and the technical aspect of the architectural visualization. So after spending so much time watching from those webinars, last year around November 2021, I decided to quit my job and fully dedicate my time in studying architectural visualization on my own. But I had a lot of questions. Where do I start? Where to begin? How to even become a 3D artist? Of course, at first, it was very overwhelming. And then I stumbled upon this saying from the master himself, Martes Courses, and he said something like this: study the old masters, enrich your palette, and expand the canvas. So what were my plans? So first, I established myself. So I had no one to guide me. I had no mentors, so I was literally alone on the journey. So I studied the old masters and learned their way of thinking. So I look for any webinars that talks about the techniques, their approach, and their thinking process. So if I can find anything that will solve my problem technically, most of the time I just figure it out by myself. Or I will find any ways that will help me to at least get closer to what I'm trying to achieve. So aside from the fact that I love doing images, I still consider myself a beginner who is trying out to learn and love the good and the bad side of the ArchViz industry. So I study the palettes of the old masters and try to figure out what makes their images stand out from the others, just like the ArchViz masters. And try to achieve their techniques. The photographers, cinematographers, and director, and try to apply it and make my own version. One of the most important advice that I learned from watching those webinars is to never be afraid to approach those people that you really look up to. Message them on their Facebook, message them on their social media. I assure you that the ArchViz community is the community where you will meet the best and amazing people in the world. The first community I entered is the Dito community. For me, the best community out there. I met a lot of people through that community, through social media. And the monthly challenge that they put together is what I'm always looking forward every month. This was the challenge that I feel a lot of creative freedom. And as a beginner, I always take this opportunity to learn something new and explore something new. I really love doing personal work, to the point that when I do personal work, I usually start early and I stay late. And even before sleeping, I'm still thinking about it. When I do personal work, I approach it as an artist. So for me, it doesn't matter what were the process, but the outcome and the result is what matters to me. And then I prepare a lot of research and readings before diving into something new. For example, on technical staff, I plan every step of the way. So the very first thing that I study is the modeling, the lighting, the shaders, the post-production, and the matte painting. And in studying lighting, there are different types of lighting. Mood lighting for the interiors, ambient lighting, daylight, golden hour, blue hour. And I was lucky enough to be on this webinar one-on-one with Nikas. And in studying shaders, I read a lot of articles that tackles the basic of different shaders. And on the business side of the ArchViz, I'm always trying to establish my presence on different social media platforms. And as much as possible, there's an opportunity to be on the live webinar. I always try to be there, just so I can be updated with what is happening on the industry. I really enjoy talking with different people in this industry. It's really inspiring and keeps me motivated. And attending conferences can really make a big impact to you. It can change your whole perspective in life. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And so far, these were the results of my journey of doing small steps consistently. So cheers to the future and all that we do.
Wait. Before everyone else, Tom, you should come to Indonesia and teach me.
Wait. And can I get on the wait list as well? Tom, you need to come to Singapore, please.
You come to second. First always me.
Okay, Reinaldo, we need to take this outside and then we'll let Tom know the result, okay?
You know what this whole thing felt like? It's like watching a birth of a star.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a Cinderella story almost. Like this audition that I was just saying, like audition, like and then you have the very, very sad background, and then you just rose and become a star and winner. This is you, Tom.
And when I was one of the judge from the Rookie Award. Like I even cannot believe that work is from a rookie. I mean, like it's. I thought it's already professional,
Yeah.
But and then I checked the background and yes, he is still very new in this industry. I can see that he is very, very talented and also persistent, right?
And passionate. His passion for it, like
everyone who agree, type number 1 on the chat, please.
The chat is on fire.
Yeah,
he's a diamond in the rough. So good.
Thank you so much.
I'm quite speechless. Like I've spoken to you so many times, I forgot like when we last stopped. And then after like a while of a break that we didn't talk, the next thing I saw is like you're winning awards after awards after awards, and there's the rookie awards. It's like whoa, just everything, just getting everything now.
He's the true emerging artist, really.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Just thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
You
like
need to be more
I don't know what to
excited.
say.
I know you are
I don't know what
nervous.
to say.
You own it,
We're
man.
trying to
You
make
do
you
such.
excited, and I still owe
Yeah.
you some mentoring program, like 4 weeks.
Wait, who's gonna mentor who? Wait. Who's gonna mentor who?
Him
Reinaldo.
going to mentor me.
The other way around. Joking.
Butterfly
And,
sparkle.
Have you got any? I heard from Michael, right, that you are going to work with one of the company that on your list, right?
yeah. And I'm currently processing all the documents. So yeah, I'm so excited for that and looking forward to that.
Oh man, I'm
Nice.
heartbroken.
Wait, you guys say you
Sorry
guys are
about
not
man.
hiring. I think I gave you guys the opening. I asked you guys are opening. Are you guys still hiring? You say.
Oops.
I think
Too late, Sarah.
Never underestimate the power of praying. Just pray the document is not approved by the government.
Oh no.
so mean of you.
Actually, we already sent all the documents for application for visa, so we're just waiting for the visa.
No matter
Ronaldo
what.
was saying he hopes the government cancel, like, don't approve it.
No.
You're too mean, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I
Good
just
luck,
want him
Mom.
to come to Indonesia before he got the visa. This Philippines, part of Asian, right? Which
Yeah.
is Michael is as well, part of ASEAN, including Singapore. You can come without visa here.
So Tom, tell me, like, how are you feeling lately? Like, from all this, like, from like a year ago, I was talking to you and you're like quite depressed and quite lost in, like, don't know what to do, like architect or like ArchViz, you don't know which one. And to now, it's just you're here. Like, how do you feel lately?
Well, so far I kind of enjoying where I am right now as a beginner in this industry, and
Beginner,
yeah.
come on.
It's
I met a lot
humble.
of people, and yeah, I met a lot of great people in this industry, although through social media. But yeah, I think I could say that they are the best people in the world. They are very approachable, just like you, Mike.
I'm just bored. Like, and I was like, who's this guy? Oh, I remember this guy D2, one of the like my competitor. Like he did like an image with, I remember it was like an orange image with like kites.
Yeah,
Favela,
that was
the favela. Yeah, that's where we started talking. I was like, whoa, it's quite nice. And he approached me, and I was like, oh yeah, let's have a chat. And then that's how we started talking.
Oh, that's nice to know.
yeah.
I think in
Cool
D2
backstory.
actually brought many people together. And in a way, I'm very, very appreciative of to Jason and Fabio.
Yeah.
And I agree, like one of the best community out there for CG, like this. Yeah. So like, how many hours do you work every day? Can I ask? Like, just because you're on your own, right? Like doing freelancing.
Yeah. Well, actually, I just recovered from a fever, so I might cough once in a while because I just recently worked on a freelance job, and then I spent a lot of.
And then you fell sick for it. You fall sick for it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I could.
See, I told you not to overwork. This is what you get, burnout. See, literally burnout, fever.
Yeah. So I'm an night owl person, so I usually get more creative when I'm working during midnight until early morning. So,
Oh dear.
usually when a lot of people's in the house are sleep and a quiet place. So yeah, that's the best time for me to
a
work.
time for you to concentrate.
Yeah.
I get it. What is like because I think Reinaldo said that you're thinking to like go overseas, right? But I was just wondering, like, have you like what is the architecture like or the ArchViz situation like in the Philippines? Like, what makes you think that you need to go out there instead of like just staying here freelancing or even work for a studio in the Philippines? Is it like bad or like you just want to get exposure out there?
Well, for me as a beginner, in my own perspective, well, I could say that there's only a few established ArchViz studio here in the Philippines with a very high standard in terms of quality of work and the services that they provide.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the reason behind those is most of the experienced Pinoy are working abroad instead of here.
So if everyone's
And I think
going
that's
abroad, if everyone's abroad, won't it be better if you are here, like you stay?
Well, I really want to learn more abroad with very high standard, and then my long-term plan is I'll come back here and then I will establish my own
Yeah, that's good.
ArchViz studio. Yeah.
I like your attitude. Like you still think that you need to learn more. Like it's like more of it's more like all of us need to learn from you, but you still feel like you need to learn more. I think that's a very good attitude, and yeah, really respect.
Yeah.
But you're just gonna stop being so humble because like you have proven the point that you are quite good.
And please take care of your health, Tom. It's important to keep going. You need to take care of yourself first. Yeah, I really like the relationship that you have with Michael. Like Michael, you check on him, and I know that because like we had a chat, the whole group of us a few days ago, and you were like checking on him as well. And I think that's what we need in our community: a lot of love and care. Because sometimes we get burnt out, and we just need to talk to someone in the industry and lift each other up. I think that's really important, and it's good that we have it here.
Because I feel like all of us, like we are all in the same field. Like we have been working in this, and I sort of have that kind of like passion with share the same passion with like Tom. We just do like competitions after competitions, like personal work, like the love for like ArchViz. Although I'm not as good, but like the passion is there. So I sort of know like sometimes you just go over your own what your body is capable of. And you just feel so tired and drained at the end. It's just like you need to balance that. Like just came from that path. So I just want to see. I don't want to see him like you see. He's so thin. He's like not eating it enough. Like you need to have a healthier face, happy, right? Yeah. And that helps you to.
Tom, if you come to Indonesia,
he's gonna tell you about food again.
I will take care of your health. You don't have to worry. Just come here.
Tom, if you come to Singapore, I'll buy you chili crab. You'll be well fed.
We'll take care of all your meals.
I feel like there's a friendly competition going on between me and Reinaldo here.
It's like baiting him with food.
Can you come
Singapore
to
has a completely different food than Philippines. Philippines and Indonesia have lots of similarities. So you better come here.
If I were given a choice, I think I will go to Indonesia because I'm a big fan of badminton. Yeah, Indonesia is powerhouse in badminton, right?
It's okay. We can be second place after Indonesia. Just come. Yep.
This is like how many job offers is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Four job offers. 5. I can't offer you anything. I'm still working for others.
And then somehow Pak Anggarda, even though he is very quiet, and then he will hire Tom with a lot of fortune.
Yeah, that usually happens.
Can you come?
Well, you might want to consider, because Infinite Studios is one of the biggest film studios in film industries. You will amaze with all the portfolio, because like ArchViz is just part of this industry, but Infinite Studio is really amazing. You will see the presentation later on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So any other question, guys, from the YouTube?
I'm just asking because everyone is just like in the YouTube is just, oh, so proud of Tom. Oh, Tom is a star. Oh, amazing work, Tom. But they have no questions for you.
Just like mine.
So, can I ask a technical question? What kind of what version of Corona are you using?
Okay, Tom, I actually have a question for you. I mean, we are all loving your work here, and I'm sure there are other younger Filipino artists who are looking up to you. And I'm just wondering if you have any advice for them. Like, be it they want to continue what they're doing in Philippines or advance their skills or to move overseas. Is there any good advice that you can give them?
Well, I think you need to have or look for a hero or role model of yours that will keep you motivated and inspired all the time. So for me, before I dive to the ArchViz, just like what I said in my presentation, I watch a lot of seminars and talks, and I look and search who are the big names or the masters in this industry. So I learn from them, and then yeah, I'm really inspired from them, and it what keeps me motivated.
Hmm. Yeah. So basically, what you presented in the presentation was your best advice for them, right? So people,
Yeah,
please watch the YouTube replays when you can.
Yeah, definitely gonna like download. If anything, like if I get to choose, like, it's like this whole section from show 7. I think I'm just gonna keep it. It's so inspiring.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
So we have a question here, and this is actually from Indonesian artist, and the question, probably the right way to ask is there any formal school about digital visual in Philippines?
Well, currently, there's no school that teaches the architectural visualization, but the basic of modeling that which is really usually used in architecture and design planning. So yeah.
Yeah, what? I mean, like,
No, I
so
mean there's no architecture visualization school that teaches the basic of ArchViz, but we have courses that teaches about the basic modeling, uh, basic modeling skills that we usually use
Yep.
when we work as an architect.
But does it matter though? Like in let's say if you're based in Philippines, right? And you want to do like an ArchViz, like get a job
Okay.
for it. Like, does the qualification matters? Like, do you need to say, oh, I graduated from this school for ArchViz? No, right? You don't need to, right? You just gotta show your portfolio, right?
Yeah,
Like that kind of thing, yeah. And you prove yourself through the work. So I think in
yeah,
that way, like in terms of like education, I think like right now everything's just digitalized, especially after COVID. Like we have so many online classes and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter which region. Like you just gotta find the best one and just learn, and most importantly, try. Right? Just try.
yeah,
The hardest part
yeah,
is
yeah,
it's always easy to watch and download like thousands of videos,
yeah.
but the hardest one is actually to step in, open Max or open V-Ray and start trying.
Yeah.
Right? Make mistakes.
That's true.
Right.
how long
Oh,
that you've
I
been
have question.
doing all the training, Tom? Like,
Well, last year, since the moment I quit my job last year around November 2021, and then the money that I earned from those jobs, I bought myself a PC, and then from there, I started to dive and learn on my own.
okay, so that is why I can see that you are doing lots of training, and like nearly 24 hours per day.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
can see that you are so
The
skinny. So
moment I
basically, I will give you a lot of food. I will make you fat,
Again,
and I
just
will
telling
take
it
care of
again.
you.
Again.
This guy never stop trying.
Hey, when
Andrew, I
it's
think you
all
had a
about
question, right?
presentation, the whole presentation is a close, man.
Yeah.
Can we stop for
I
a
will
bit?
keep
Andrew, I
turning the
think you have a
page.
proper
Yeah,
question.
yeah. I think I have a question for
Okay,
Tom.
Andrew.
So Tom, everything, every the portfolio that you built in your portfolio, so you learn by yourself everything.
yeah, by watching
Wow.
webinars, and then sometimes if I can find a solution on the internet, most of the time I figure it out by myself.
From that
Wow,
alone,
that's
I
a
think people
very
will know that you are just switch on.
wow. Yeah, very high self determination, right? Good job, Tom.
Probably a good eye for detail and colors and things like that as well, so he can pick up things very
The
fast.
essence, right? Like you can see like like this is the what he's based on, and then what he done. Like he managed to
Yeah.
capture all the essence. Like
Yeah.
really good
Thank
eye. And
We really need people like you, Tom, here.
He's gonna send you a job offer. Like,
Come to Indonesia, Tom.
Pak Anggarda, you need to be quiet, man. It's all on me. It's all on me. Okay, thank you very much, Tom, for your sharing, and we really enjoy your portfolio, and I wish
I'm really
you,
happy you're here with us.
I believe
Anggarda,
everyone is going to wish you
up
a
next.
big success for your future. And the next one, we are going to introduce you to one of the biggest studio in Indonesia, which is Infinite Studio, and we are going to play the reel first. So please, Chaos team, play the video.
From Australian children's shows to regional horror films and to international animations, productions the world over are coming to Southeast Asia thanks to Infinite Studios.
Over the years, we evolved to produce content as well as services in both animation, TV commercials, visual effects, and now film production. And more recently, we've built facilities to actually produce movies as well as television. We are a gateway to the world.
In the past, it was unheard of for big productions to be based in Southeast Asia. But now, clients like HBO, Mark Burnett, Discovery Channel, and many others are reaping the benefits of the region's world-class infrastructure and services provided by Infinite Studios.
We are able to stand alongside experienced international companies and studios who are used to that sort of service, that sort of production know-how in more matured filmmaking countries.
I think for the first time ever, this region is on the map with regards to the film industry in Hollywood, in India, in Germany, in China.
Thanks to high-end post-production suites and 2 huge sound stages in Singapore, along with a movie backlot, animation studios and 2 mega sound stages in the nearby Indonesian island of Batam, and with the creation and aggregation of content through co-productions with international partners. Infinite Studios has helped Southeast Asia to create acclaimed works such as Serangoon Road, Tatsumi, High Five, and many others.
We have the ability to give confidence to producers from around the world that we're able to provide the services and facilities that they're used to here in this part of the world. What we've done as a company is that we've actually showcased both Singapore and Indonesia as that next viable destination for production.
And with more projects and bigger dreams in the pipeline for Infinite Studios, the Southeast Asian media industry is well and truly on its way to greatness.
Congratulations, Infinite Studios, on this amazing opening. And it's just so good to have a world-class studio actually in Singapore.
We are very happy that Singapore finally have a proper film studio, and it's doing so much for Asia, not just Singapore. And I'm looking forward to working with them in my next movie.
My wish for you guys is that you will make more fantastic productions with high production values and keep soaring the skies and making tons of money.
Congratulations to Mike and everyone from Infinite Studios. All the best in 2014 to infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond. Can I show you your studio, Pak? I need to make up my mind. Okay, so we are going to welcome Pak Anggarda. Welcome, Pak Anggarda, to this event. And thank you very much for, that you are still, how I can say this, like spending some time to create the presentation during your really busy hour, because I know in Infinite Studio is very busy. And now we can play the Pak Anggarda presentation first before we can engage with Pak Anggarda.
today's topic, I would like to talk about Infinite Studio's success story. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Anggarda Tiratana. I'm head of technology from Infinite Studios Batam. I came to study in Batam at 2007. After I graduated, I joined Infinite Studios Batam at 2011 as IT support. Then I took on higher level position as server, storage, network, and also system administrator in 2015. During that time, I also helped on production department and became technical producer in 2018. My job as technical producer is to bridge the technology department with production department. And after that, I became head of technology of Infinite Studios in 2022. So, a little bit background of Infinite Studios. We started in 2005 to work on the first Indonesia's animated feature film, Sing to the Dawn. Sing to the Dawn was released in 2008 to the international market and 2009 for Indonesia market. We are a full-fledged animation studios in Batam Island. For the production works, we do 3D asset build, layout, animation until lighting, rendering, and compositing. We also have 2D animation in-house here in Batam. For the pre-production pipeline are mostly done in our headquarters in Singapore. That includes conceptual design and production management to support the project itself. Here you can see are some of our big clients that ever worked with us from all over the world. US, Europe, Asia Pacific, and also from Africa. For our production pipeline, we have our in-house render farm to support the animation shows. We have more than 3,000 cores of render power to render the shows. We also have GPU farms in-house to support. To support the animation and production team, we have our in-house tracking system that integrates to a lot of animation software. Our maximum in-house capacity can hold up to 350 people. Here you can see are some of our completed projects. Octonauts, which air on Netflix, Monkey and Trunk, which air on YouTube, Jungle Beat the movie, which air on Netflix also, Ollie and Friends, which air on MeWatch Singapore, Lil Wal, which also air on MeWatch Singapore. And here are some projects that were rendered in V-Ray. We have Vampirina from Disney, Best Fairy Friends, The Deep series, Kangaroo Beach, which air in ABC Australia, Peter Rabbit from Nickelodeon, and Top Wing, and a lot of many others that I couldn't mention one by one. So to make the project happen, of course we need workforce, and that workforce is coming from all around Indonesia. We hire people from Medan, Jakarta, Yogyakarta, Malang, Surabaya, Semarang, Bali, and many other cities all around Indonesia. But these cities mentioned have the most contribution to our talent pool. As you can see from the chart, in the last 5 years, our local talent pool from Kepulauan Riau province has grown from only 13% to 35% in 2022, which means now we have more than 100 people that is coming from the local city. To attract people to come to Infinite Studios and to support the development of our talents, we have several programs in place. One is the internship program. We work together with schools and universities all around Indonesia, especially Batam, to have this internship program. So the students have already understand the industry requirements and workflow even before they graduate. So after they graduate, they already have the skill sets to work in animation industry. We also have our own training program called Belajar Animasi. This Belajar Animasi program will be held offline and offline. This Belajar Animasi program is held quarterly by our department supervisors to train new candidates and even our juniors to upgrade their skills. This program is free of charge and for public also. We do the training from assets department, animation, to lighting and rendering. Each year we can absorb new hires up to around 50% from the total trainees. So to do this lots of projects concurrently, when we need more talents than our studio maximum capacity, we also have this studio collaboration program. We have a very good relationship with other animation studios around Indonesia and even outside Indonesia to boost the total manpower to more than 500 headcounts. They will have the same exact pipeline as we do here in Batam. In 2020, before the COVID spreads widely to Batam, we already implemented work from home plan. We started planning the work from home plan in March 2020, and in April 2020 we managed to get all the team working from home before the government lockdown. We implement a local loop between studio and our dormitory with fiber connection, so the artists won't feel any difference in working from studio or from the dormitory. I think that's all for today. Thank you very much.
Pak Anggarda, you are working at the very big studio, like 500 headcounts. How you can cope up with all the artists? Like I only have like 20. I already have the headaches.
we have a lot of production team here to support all the artists. It's just not me actually. we have more than 40 people production team to support the artists, to check on them dailies, to ask for their health, and where are they working on right now. So yeah, we have a lot of people to support. So not just me actually.
And they are all working on, like, all these teams, they're all working on different projects, right? Or is there
Yes.
a moment, or is there a point like if this is a super big project and everyone has to work on the same one? Is there ever?
No, we have multiple projects here. Yeah, big projects, small projects, and even medium projects.
That's good, because otherwise I would just imagine, like, how do you like quality control like a team of like 500? It's like a factory.
Yeah, when they came, when before COVID, when they are in the studio, our cafeteria cannot hold them all together. We need to
separate the lunch.
Yes,
session.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to separate the lunchtime actually.
But you are the head of technology, right? What you are handling actually and the technology? Are you doing the research, or you are doing the network, like, you know, like with like 500, with lots of people like that, the server and the switch is going to be really heavy. Are you the one that in charge on that one?
Actually, I'm overseeing that. We have IT departments here to take care of the servers, network, and everything, and storage. Also, I'm in charge of rendering department. So all the renderers are under me. Not under me, I mean, I oversee them. And also the editing department.
Okay. So do you also have the research and development
Yes.
department?
Yes, we have R&D team to do research on the new software and new hardware and new technologies, because we need to keep up with the new technologies every time, right?
Yeah. And my question is, like, I can relate about the studio work, the quality work when it comes to 3D animation and like the film, like Serangoon Road. I watched the Serangoon Road on Netflix, I guess, but it's not finished yet. But what about high five? The high five, for kids. Because, because
Actually, we
I watch with my daughter.
actually
Right.
the film and animation in the animation here is two different business units. So I'm in charge of the animation only actually. So
Yeah.
we have separate team to take care of the film business.
Okay. But what kind of compositing that you need for high five anyway? I'm still wondering.
We are doing the grading in Resolve, I think.
Yeah, okay, just the
Yeah,
grading, right?
yeah.
And shooting the
All
video as
the
well?
online work is in Singapore. Sorry.
Also the shooting the videos and the storyboard? No? Or just the
It is
grading?
in Singapore.
Yeah, you have a huge studio in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some stages in Singapore, also here in Batam.
I have a question. Have you guys moved on to Unreal, knowing that like Hollywood has already started using Unreal for say Mandalorian and stuff?
That's our plan actually. We are planning to do Unreal on one of the next project.
Right.
Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Yeah, it's gonna help a lot.
Yes, it's real time rendering. It's just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Everybody's speechless. Yeah.
Tom, are you gonna reconsider if he in Finance Studio offer you something?
It's
Now that
really
you
Tom.
see that's a
yeah.
Please, Tom, come here.
I think we should meet in Singapore, Pak. It's when me and Evan visiting APLOMB. We can
Yes, come.
Yes.
having a good
Only
chili
40
chat
minutes from
together.
here. Seafood in Batam is very cheap. You guys can come here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like
Yeah.
a lot of
40
Singaporeans
minutes.
like to go to Batam for food and entertainment.
Yes, Tom, I can give you seafood right here.
We're all luring him with food.
And I really interested in I really interested to know about the challenges when working with tons of people like that. So do you have a lots of challenges? What kind of challenges? I mean, when you are working with a lots of people, especially when you are working with uh, another studio as well.
Yeah, before COVID, right? All of our people here is in the studio, so the communication is very straightforward. But when we have the COVID in 2020, uh, it's 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 uh it's a headache actually when we move to work from home. So we need to find a way to get our communication straight. So we so we so we research the communication system. We move to online, so we can get everyone to jump into the same forum, the same chat. But it's a headache actually. It's really a headache to keep everyone in a loop when everyone is working from home. But as the time goes by, we manage to overcome it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
think it was the same here back in Singapore. Like I remember in May 2020 when our government just announced a lockdown, everyone was just scrambling and even ourselves, our jobs didn't stop, but we didn't get much emails from clients for like 2 weeks because everyone else was just trying to set up work from home, getting equipments ready and all that. So I think it's the same issue everywhere else. But how are you guys right now? Are you working mainly in the office, or is it like half team A, team B kind of arrangement?
Right now, we are maybe like 30 to 40% working in the studio. Yeah,
So it's
because
still not 100% capacity, right?
not yet. Yeah, we conducted a survey every end of the year to know if they are willing to come back to the studio. But it seems like 50-50 wants to work from home and 50% wants to work from the studio.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
it's
there
great
is
that
a
you.
question from Pak Iwan Wijaya, which is my friend. Pak Anggarda, in terms of training in the new recruitment, which is harder, train the technical side of the personality or professionalism of the artist?
Oh, from the technical point of view, it's not that hard to train. We can train people how to use the software, how to use the how to use the software. But in terms of personality, it's very hard. It is what it is. We have to.
It's rooted like almost from the start, like how the person is grown up. It's hard to
Yes,
change.
yes.
Yeah.
In terms of software, it's really easy to train actually, but for the personality, it's very hard.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer, Pak Anggarda. But I think we are running out of time. I'm really, really sorry about the time frame. And
Because we're
I
having
think,
fun.
Michael, we again, we need to thank Pak Anggarda for being here. And hopefully we can do another show with you online, okay? And Michael, I think we need to announce the winner of the
A giveaway winner, yeah?
Yeah.
So for the giveaway winner, we have this Twitter user, Telmo Dominics, for the giveaway winner, right? And for the raffle, the winner goes to Sudarsono Lies from Indonesia. So congrats.
Congrats.
I didn't win. I didn't win. I even don't do the lucky draw. Okay, thank you
I'm
very
sure
much.
your team did. Your students. Again, this one from Indonesia is suspicious.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you very much for all of the speakers who came to this event and share your thoughts. I really
appreciate your time and all the effort to like collect all the videos and make them. It's really.
So I think it's time to do the closing statement. Do you want to do this closing statement or me, Michael?
You can do it. Come on, you're standing already. They're like a boss.
Okay, so I only have a few minutes to do the closing statement. When last year I lost my father, like several days before the 24-hour of chaos. It's not about losing my father that makes me really painful, but what makes me rethink about life is I never thought that I will lose him that fast, and then it made me think about valuing my life again. It's not about the money. I think the best way we can value our life is to learn more skill, and then definitely it's not just about rendering or the technical side, but it's also about how we can appreciate our own life. You can learn, you can train yourself like 24 hours of your life doing 3D. But again, we need to understand that we all are human, that we need to rest. And definitely one of the things that we can value our life is to make sure that we are not wasting it for negative thinking. we can learn a lot of things from Tom, right? He is very new in this industry, but in just 1 year, he can master all of the work like that and create those kind of portfolio. And that's what makes his life change. And I believe if Tom can do it, everyone can do it. So thank you very much again for all of you who came in this show. And I think our job here is done and yours has just begun. Thank you very much and see you all.
Thanks, guys.
Dimulai pada saat terjadi lockdown. Dan seperti yang kita tahu, bisnis pada saat itu seperti berhenti, roda dunia berhenti. Sampai pada akhirnya saya berpikir apa yang bisa kita lakukan untuk industri ArchViz di Indonesia ini supaya tidak banyak orang yang berpikiran yang aneh-aneh ataupun yang negatif.
Background saya arsitek, saya nggak bisa ngobrol dengan teman-teman sesama arsitek karena semua nggak ada yang paham, termasuk saya sendiri.
Setelah itu saya mendirikan biro desain interior juga bersama teman-teman saya, tapi kami bubar.
Jadi pada akhirnya saya mencoba memulai dengan mengadakan acara seperti sharing-sharing tentang bagaimana kita menyikapi tentang harga, bagaimana kita memvalue diri kita, memasang harganya harus berapa, kemudian lanjut ke business and mindset, how to do business di industri ini. Tujuannya hanyalah cuma satu, supaya banyak orang yang aktivitasnya lebih ke arah positif daripada yang sekedar cuma depresi yang tidak ada ujungnya. Jadi saya selalu berprinsip bahwa akan jauh lebih baik kalau kita ini fokusnya ke mencari solusi, bukan melihat permasalahannya. Dari situ saya cukup terkejut karena banyak sekali orang yang ikut. Bahkan pada saat itu bisa lebih dari 500 orang. Setiap kali ngadakan acara, dan ini secara gratis ya, dan kita cuma sharing aja, kumpul-kumpul supaya semuanya itu timbul sebuah komunitas yang positif gitu. Sampai pada akhirnya saya ngadakan ini 30 Days Challenge. Dari situlah baru kelihatan kalau banyak sekali kendala yang dialami oleh terutama 3D artis ya di Indonesia ini dalam hal membuat 3D render.
Pengalamannya nol banget sebenarnya di dunia rendering ini gitu. Jadi betul-betul pengalaman pertama banget, beginner banget lah gitu, beneran beginner gitu, bukannya kan ada orang yang udah setahun 2 tahun gitu ya belajar render. Nah aku tuh bener-bener dari nol sama sekali gitu waktu itu.
Kemudian sampai akhirnya tanpa terasa semua udah berjalan selama 2 tahun. Dan selama 2 tahun itu kita mendapatkan banyak hal yang sebetulnya sebelumnya kita tidak pernah pikirkan. Kita tidak pernah berpikir kalau apa yang kita omongkan pada saat itu memberikan impact yang luar biasa untuk beberapa orang. Terus fokus untuk peningkatan kemampuan di diri kita sendiri.
Setelah bertemu dengan ArchViz ID, mindset kami berubah, cara bekerja kami berubah, cara pandang kami berubah, dan cara kami bekerja sama dengan klien kami itu berubah. Project-project yang kami kerjakan akhirnya jadi lebih sedikit, tapi omset tetap dan margin lebih banyak.
Nggak cuma sekedar itu, tapi kita dapat relationship. Balik lagi, aspek bisnis bahwa networking itu penting. Tapi upgrade dari networking itu masalah friendship-nya tadi, udah seperti keluarga sih sebenarnya.
Kebersamaannya, mentoring bisnisnya, bahkan saya yang sebelumnya terbiasa menjadi staff, ketika sekarang doing business ditampar kiri kanan oleh teman-teman, luar biasa sih bagi saya.
Dan dari situ juga mulai terlihat banyak yang hasil dari konsistensi mereka berprogres sampai pada akhirnya mulai mendapatkan award, ya katakanlah board feature dari CG Architect, dan tidak hanya satu tapi beberapa orang, dan mereka juga mendapatkan board feature ini berkali-kali yang pada akhirnya memberikan mereka rasa seperti kemenangan-kemenangan kecil yang terus membuat mereka untuk terus berjalan dan berprogres. Dari sini saya belajar dari mereka juga bahwa it's not about the big win, tapi tentang the small win yang membuat mereka terus berusaha menggapai mimpi besarnya. Menurut saya yang paling impactful buat saya sebetulnya ada salah satu murid saya yang namanya Arifin, yang pada akhirnya dia bisa membesarkan timnya. Yang dulunya untuk punya tim aja takut gitu. nggak kepikir. Tapi sekarang dia bahkan punya tim yang cukup besar. Tapi yang paling menarik sebetulnya bukan itu, tapi konsistensinya dia dalam berprogres. Itu membuat dia banyak mendapatkan board feature dari segi arsitek. Dan yang paling membanggakan adalah dia dinominasikan di salah satu event yang saya sangat terharu sekali kalau melihat ada murid saya sendiri yang bisa sampai dinominasikan seperti itu. Karena ya itu semua hasil konsistensi dari apa yang sudah dia lakukan selama 2 tahun terakhir itu. Dan itu yang membuat saya juga tergerak untuk terus maju.
Nggak terjadi di hanya di 3 dimensinya aja, tapi mindset, terus komunitas, networkingnya itu kita bisa dapat semua. Itu yang malah lebih penting daripada sekedar 3D-nya aja. Kalau sampai saat ini award yang sudah saya terima itu dari buat fitur segi arsitek itu ada 9 kali, sama yang terakhir ini dari ArchViz, itu ini jadi finalisnya. Setelah jadi finalis, tiba-tiba ada email masuk dari ini Foster and Partner, nggak pernah nyangka juga, maksudnya tiba-tiba dapat email seperti itu.
Jadi impian saya dan harapan saya sebetulnya adalah saya nggak kepingin muluk-muluk ya, saya cuma kepingin movement ini terus jalan. Dan saya berharap nantinya muncul leader-leader baru yang bisa meneruskan movement ini di saat one day, mungkin saya nggak tahu kapan, tapi saya juga nggak berharap. Tapi kalau saya sudah nggak ada, saya berharap masih banyak leader-leader lain yang terus akan melanjutkan perjuangan dari ArchViz IT ini untuk Indonesia.